Sure. All right, Nintendo, give us an epilogue to Summer Games Fest, why don't you?
Especially considering most of the rest of the stuff was not particularly interesting.
And we have a song.
What are you going to do to that mineral decay?
More like, what's that rock gonna do to him? Holy cow.
Okay, maybe I'll get used to this new design in time, but right now it's still not clicking with me.
A vocal tune to DK. Goodness gracious.
Well, not the first time it happened.
Not the first time, but a power ballad though. All right. Congratulations, what? It's a girl.
Like Pauline inside the rock the whole time or something?
Didn't I kidnap her decades ago?
She seems to be younger now, which...
Oh, maybe this is a new Pauline. Maybe they're operating on the same weird logic that the crown, the power crown gave to that transforming into Peach for the regular Mario stuff. Like these are legacy characters or something.
So the girl Mario pines for is actually a toad with a super crown, and his ex used to be a rock. Mario sure knows how to pick him.
I'd like to remind you, Jova, that in Odyssey, Mario even fought a Skyrim tier realistic dragon. I'm pretty sure whatever ship has sailed.
But what's this? This Pauline is apparently afraid of singing? Oh god, could this
I still remember Pragmata looking like this in the last trailer.
I wonder, could this be a prequel actually to... Well, maybe not the original Donkey Kong because they've retconned that to be Cranky Kong.
Yeah, especially because promotional materials even before this showcase that Cranky is still in the game with this regular rare design. So...
Using his incredible physical prowess, you can
well, it's nice to see that that Donkey Kong overcame his gun addiction.
Who needs a gun when you've got these guns?
Not sure about what happened. Not sure about the other Kongs though.
You can even do this to a massive rock formation.
That's right, you can terraform the world now.
So Red Faction is back, sort of.
No, it's the next step in in the tunnel. I will explain. You see that mountain? You can level it.
So, what convinced DK to finally wear pants, though?
Punch. Smash enemies.
Or
I don't think Cranky would be the kind of guy who teach him about dress code.
You can get your hands on.
No, besides, if I recall correctly, Cranky wears the shirt, not the pants. I'm wondering if maybe he wears the trousers just as a way for little Pauline to hang on to him using the straps.
Dive punch.
Maybe.
Unleash a powerful punch directly downward. How deep you punch into the ground.
I'm getting some Wreck-It Ralph and what's her name vibes, Vanellope vibes.
Roll at high speed and send lighter objects soaring. Combine this
if I find a decent enough terrain, I can ground pound all the way to the Earth's core.
In theory.
I can imagine, considering the track record of the gimmick when Nintendo introduces, which gets incorporated
Look
in
at
a
that!
spectacular way
Ass monkey bar climbing, imagine.
In the final boss waves, I can't believe it probably would be part of the final boss in some kind of way, similar to how Mario Odyssey had the capture mechanic taken to its natural conclusion.
Either that, or that's going to be the anti-piracy gimmick that Nintendo's going to have in this game. You go down to the Earth's core, Kong and Pauline incinerate, and then the game tells you off at the end of text saying, if you were to defeat, Donkey Kong would be dead.
Also, I don't know, I don't remember a game about digging a hole looking, this more detailed. If anything, it was supposed to be more simple.
Well, I guess that's the power of the Switch 2 for you.
Ah, of course.
Throwing a boom rock or gold can have explosive effects.
I gotta say though, the HUD kind of reminds me of more of Zelda.
The HUD,
looks-
yeah, it's clearly inspired by Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
I'm definitely also
more
saying-
open world structure that you get.
I'm also seeing some Mario Odyssey influence, but that's more so with the aesthetics.
Although, if it's Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, considering Donkey Kong's weapons are his arms, what's going to happen? Are his bones going to break after a certain amount of time?
Dwibs, Donkey Kong once punched out the moon. He'll be fine.
Well, they did a whole bunch of things in Zelda games before Breath of the Wild, and look what happened there.
So from what I can gather, there's also going to be a singing mechanic, which again makes me wonder if this is at the very least a prequel to Mario Odyssey to show where Pauline got her interest in singing, but that does beg the question. Is this the Pauline we knew, or is this her and Mario's daughter?
Buy the game and find out.
Basically.
Some are mysterious and aren't too bothered by DK's.
Don't
Says
touch the
DK,
side.
that NPC is trying to help you!
Dweebs, oh, there's Cranky and Rambi. Also, Dweebs, what if we told you about making trailers?
Then there are the giant elders.
Well, Cranky's not in the fridge at least.
Oh my god, these guys are so old.
And crusty.
Bananza powers. By learning their Bananza powers, Pauline's
Also, I don't remember adult Pauline having crackles.
She can make Donkey Kong transform.
Okay.
With the power of
I don't
song!
He
think
becomes
I don't
Super
think that was-
Saiyan.
I don't think that was singing.
Let's go with that, please.
Plow through the world and smash
Wait,
as
she's
much as
a,
possible with the powerful
let's say kid and hopefully not baby, unless she was literally just born yesterday.
He's as speedy
Oh god,
as he is
DK
strong.
turned himself
He can
into a
even breeze
zebra.
over water
And can run on water.
or crumbling pathways.
Okay, a bit of frontiers too.
Zebra Bananza.
Donkey Christ now, what the hell's going on?
To an ostrich.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Oh wow, that's oh god, he lays eggs
Like
too.
Yoshi.
This is so cursed.
You can use
Okay, between this and the
Hang on, wait a
elephant
minute,
power up
so-
in Mario Wonder, what the fuck is Nintendo on
And hey,
today?
And hey, just like Yoshi, Donkey Kong's helping out a younger version of a character. Is he trying to take Yoshi's job?
You know, I think there may have been drugs in those Wonder Flowers that somehow got from the game into the developer's nostrils.
But Bananza.
So yeah, full-on vocals, not just, you know, DK rap-wise. And if I heard correctly, it sounded like we're going to get, like, not just grunts, but some actual voice acting, like potential dialogue.
Standing in our hero's way is the
And then what I heard so far, they just did the gibbering like an old Star Fox.
Grumpy Kong works to
Grumpy
create
Kong.
gigantic corporate soldiers. Poppy Kong is responsible
Poppy
for
Kong, which I know a lot of
The
people.
Rule 34 baits.
Yeah, basically, a lot of people on the internet were particularly pleased by that design, and
This
Grambling.
nefarious crew is
He's
responsible
basically like
for man-stealing
Garlic
maelstrom.
Jr.
Even, he
That's a
literally
very
looks
Crash
like,
Bandicoot design, the third one, you know.
he even looks like the Gremlins from the Gremlin movie.
I'm going with DK.
Oh my god, there is actual speaking!
Voidco blocked off
Couldn't hear
all
it that
the
much.
routes to the
She
lower
still
layers,
hates
so
it,
no
so-
one could reach them.
I think that might be...
DK and his pals will come face to face with the enemies guarding these routes.
Basically, an
use
excuse
all
for you
the
to have,
power at your
you know, boss
disposal
fights
to
other than
take
just
on a
those
host
three.
of powerful foes.
So, Donkey Kong, be honest, is this all one big PR stunt to get up the negative press of your family having a track record of kidnapping Pauline? Because it wasn't just your grandfather, you also messed up in those Mario vs. Donkey Kong games.
To be fair, again, the Country trilogy already, okay, also 64, made a good job in showcasing, you know, that was behind, you know, the
But that's the
Banandium
thing. The
gems.
Mario vs. DK stuff happened after Donkey Kong Country, so
Sometimes they're buried in the walls,
maybe this is DK finally making up his mind to be a good
and other
guy.
places. There are a whole bunch to find. You can also obtain these
Hey,
gems by
triangle,
completing
speaking
challenges
of
in
the
rooms
Triforce.
found throughout your adventure.
Let's do this.
One more for the Nintendo lore enthusiast theories.
Sure, why not?
Let's
I mean,
see. So far,
If Kid Icarus can try to still confirm that it takes place in the same universe of Metroid, you know, what chance do we... Oh look, at the classic style.
we got the classic style, of course, we got the barrel
There,
blast.
there's your new Donkey Kong country.
Yeah, complete with the
There are
minecart.
plenty of ruins to discover, so give them a try.
Also, yes,
Yeah,
I saw
the
that
other
sneak little reference to the old DK game.
God, it's so much gold.
As you collect Bananza
I swear,
gems,
DK
you'll
looks like he's
gain
been doing
skill
all the
points.
drugs in that
These
form.
can be
Kind of
used
like
to
Super
increase
Saiyan
stats such as your
4.
max health,
And you
or
get
the
a
destructive
skill
power
tree.
of your punches. Power up Donkey Kong to match your playstyle. For example, if you strengthen your sonar, you'll be able to detect treasure.
And of course, the
from
music
further away,
sounds
which
absolutely
could lead to new
wonderful.
discoveries.
You could say almost it goes bananas.
Or
Ha ha ha! I'm so dead
Oh, look,
inside.
Look at that, you can throw a
Surf,
platform
surf.
fast enough that you can ride it.
Like they couldn't call it in a better way, surf.
Banandium chips are shaped like slices of banana. And they can be traded for Banandium gems at
In
the chip
typical
exchange.
fashion, bananas also work as
These gold
currency.
nuggets are, unsurprisingly, called gold.
I mean,
You can exchange
okay,
gold for useful items at the
DK64
stuff
had
shop.
that, the infamous, you know, different color
There are
banana for all the
fossils,
Kongs, but it also had the crystal coconuts,
You can trade
you know,
these for
as a
different
special type
fashions
of
at local
currency,
style
and
shops.
that's only because there was the one crystal coconut in the cursed cartoon.
Just open the closet and customize the perfect fits.
Oh,
for
and
Donkey
also
Kong and
different
Pauline.
costumes for both of them.
Or even change up your fur color.
You can
Oh,
even
look, it's too
change
much
his
for
fur
Donkey
color.
Kong.
And
Or
also
too
the
late.
original, you know,
Almost
of
Yeah,
every
see,
article
you
of
can have
clothing
you
comes
can have
with its
Donkey
own
Kong have no
benefits.
clothes
So
on if you
mix
want.
and match your look
Just
to
as
suit
God
the situation.
intended, expand your dong.
If you find a treasure chest buried in the ground,
I bet you they'll
and
include
you
a
might
reference
receive
to
a treasure
Pauline's
map
outfit from
showing the location
Odyssey.
of Banandium gems or fossils. Their locations will be marked on your map. Pretty helpful for finding
Well, the
collectibles.
map reminds me more of the ones of
You
the
can also
modern
see
Doom
which
games.
fossils and Banandium gems you
Oh,
collected,
fossil
making
mechanics.
it easy to
These are
see how
fossil
close you are
fighters.
to
More
completion.
collectible, basically. But to be fair, again, this is all a game about
There's
git
plenty
digging,
more to do in the
so...
underground world.
Maybe in
without
about
venturing.
5 years they'll make a Donkey Kong Bananza sat nav app like they do for Zelda.
Oh yes, you
Enjoy
can literally
listening
just
to
have your
tunes with the
characters
music
laze
playing.
around and sleep.
You might even
Of course,
find
the
discs
thing
with
that I
graffiti
played
evidence.
the Donkey Kong games for, you know, for all my life, the ASMR section.
When it comes to moving between layers, subterranean eels have your
Okay
back.
then.
These elevators.
That's your
will
fast
help you
travel, getting
easily move
bored.
between layers you visited.
Yes.
I
anytime.
mean, given what
And if you get
Nintendo
lost,
had
no
happen
need
to
worry.
link with the
You can
Great
always
Fairies in
teleport
Breath of the
within the layer
Wild,
you're currently
I
exploring.
wonder.
There?
I
Oh,
wonder
it's
if they've
called
got a guy.
teleport. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
It's so fucking fun.
Oh, these
In
puns.
photo mode, you can freely change the
Of
in-game
course,
camera
photo
angle and
mode.
adjust other settings to snap pics.
You've got the DK wrap.
Get a photo like
Yes.
this or that. Unleash
Jesus.
your inner shutterbug and create your own captivating scenes. By sharing a Joy-Con 2 controller or using a second set, you and a pal
Also
can
cool.
control Donkey Kong and Pauline separately.
Like
to
with Mario
buddy up in
Odyssey.
local co-op play.
Yeah, it seems to
As
be more
Pauline,
similar
you can
to
unleash
the
Vocal
one,
Blast
well, yeah,
using
so the Odyssey,
Joy-Con
but also
2
the
mouse
one
controls.
of
You can
Galaxy,
also
where the
copy the
second player
material
is
of
just
nearby
there to
terrain
just, you know,
to give your
give
vocals
up
even
set
more
of extra
texture.
hints rather than, you know, being an active
By working together, even
proper
tough
second
enemies
player.
don't
Well,
stand
there's a
a
bit of
chance.
physicality with the, you know, words that Pauline throws. So there's that.
This
So
game
Pauline's
also
voice
supports
literally
game
has
share.
powers.
Even if only one player
Sure.
has the game, they can quickly share it to another player.
Game
so
share,
they can
yeah,
join
that's
on their
nice.
own system. It can also be shared locally to a Nintendo Switch system.
What?
Plus, you can play online between
So
Nintendo
this
Switch 2
actually can
systems
be,
using game
well, maybe
share
not
We're
totally
having the-
compatible with the original Switch,
And we're
but I
having
guess
the Konami the return of the Konami laser scope. We can just say
If
fuck
you need a little help
to
with all
win
the
the game.
platforming action,
Beautiful.
How's the Switch not going to
Way to play.
explode?
It guides you in the right direction.
I'm guessing the idea is... I'm guessing the idea is that the second player is the one on the Switch, in the original Switch, so they don't have to, like, operate as much. Like, I'm guessing the idea is, like, the main player plays on the Switch too, whereas for the person on the regular Switch, it plays more on the rails, basically. Or, like, you know...
DK.
Oh my.
Carved material. Or
Never mind, now that is cursed.
Oh
you can
god,
even
you
change
just
your
know.
add delectable
I can
Wait
already
now.
Nintendo, what have you done?
Give it a try.
Oh
can
god,
Sculpt
Mario
your
Bros.
I was
I
gonna
can-
say, what did you do to him?
Parrot
Okay.
statue.
Okay, so
This
so
game
how
also
long
supports
in,
amiibo accessories.
so how long
New
until we
Donkey
get
Kong
some
and Pauline amiibo
cultured
figure
art
is
out of
also on
that?
the way.
Jova,
Scanning
why
it
would you...
unlocks
Oh, there
Pauline's
it
diva
is,
dress.
Jova. Jova,
nice.
why would you
Scanning
think
the
that they
Donkey
will
Kong
do like
series
that?
amiibo
After
shown
all,
here,
when you know
gold
when
Kong
the
tiles
stage
with
creation
explosive power
thing was
will
returned
appear.
for Smash Bros, people clearly
Every other amiibo
went
released up
you
to
know,
this
in about
point
the
is
serious
also
and collected manner on it. So,
If you scan
Absolutely.
them,
In fact,
you'll
there
get
was a
giant
very,
spheres
very,
like
very
these.
tasteful Pyra stage, I recall.
Oh, I see. Just saw Diddy Kong.
yeah, because you know amiibo compatibility.
All right, where are we
In-game.
dropping, bros?
No, sorry, Jova. Remember, Nintendo characters are not appearing in Fortnite because Epic Games wants them to be, you know, all console presence, you know, shared, and Nintendo definitely doesn't want that.
So we're getting a heart-touching narrative involving Donkey Kong and Pauline.
I would ask if Pauline dies at the end, but with this kind of, you know, narrative for Nintendo games, it's probably gonna be more of a case of Pauline returning being a rock and they have to be
Join the
separated.
powerful Donkey Kong
Maybe it's
and
like
the
she'll
talented
apparently
singer
die,
Pauline
but then get
as they
revived
set
as
out
her
on an
adult
adventure
self
to
or
the fabled
something.
Planet Core.
Hey, there's Donkey and these two.
My own special power?
You will believe that an ape can love.
And Pauline died.
Donkey Kong.
That felt like it was out of
Bonanza.
Kingdom Hearts with the hands reaching to
Available
each
July
other
17th,
moment. Jesus
only on
Christ.
Nintendo
Oh,
Switch 2.
wow. It's
Pre-orders
coming
are
pretty
available now.
soon.
Well, yeah,
Nintendo
well, the
eShop.
Yeah, they
release
did
date was
mention
announced
that.
with the
Kong
first
and Pauline
trailer,
Amiibo
so
will also be available
Also, that
July
amiibo looks
17th.
great, but that probably means it's going to cost more.
obviously. Fucking
Mhm.
That'll be $90, please.
Well, guys, we've got our new Donkey Kong game, and I'll admit, I mean, okay, it was to be expected that obviously they would show off more, but man, I'll admit this is not what I was expecting off of that initial trailer. Like, I was expecting something bigger and grander, sure, but not something that feels like it could almost be considered on par with a Square Enix drama by the sounds of the narrative and music.
To me, it's pretty much what I was expecting from, you know, the first trailer. You know, that one already was selling, you know, good picture, but I argue this one does a better job at that. So, again, even if they still don't plan to get the Switch 2 anytime soon, you know, I can see the passion behind the project. Now, of course, the prices are a different story altogether, but that's the unfortunate part.
Yeah.
Waves, what do you think?
Well,
Yeah, it looks fun enough. Especially the red faction-y stuff that I saw.
about being able to literally destroy just about everything in the map.
Yep. It's just a shame it didn't say you could destroy any one of the map, but you know, it'll
Jesus, Dwibs, they let you even destroy the NPCs at times. Isn't that enough for you? Or is the
Never.
world never enough?
Well, world never big enough now. The less I'm reminded about that, the better. Besides, there already is a James Bond game coming to Switch too.
Mm-hmm.
Right, First Light.
And it's nice that you can listen to music as well on your downtime, including what sounds like a remix of the DK rack.
Yes, I can always go for more of those.
Mhm.
You done?
Yep, now I'm done.
Sure, Roy.
Yep, looks really good. This was already looking good on the original teaser trailer, and yeah, got a lot more to it than I expected. definitely pulling in from a lot of their more like a few of their most recent games, and yeah, looks good. That's it.
Alright
Alright
then.
then. Theo.
Well, like I said, nothing that too much that I wasn't expecting already. Again, the price is still a thing. It's still a shame that they're trying to do a bit more of a distance to inject a lot of new things into the lore and everything. Especially because the bongo game on the GameCube, I forgot its name, did introduce rival apes. So it's nothing too new as a mechanic, but that one felt more a bit generic. These ones tends to be a bit more personal, but it still lingers the question: would they manage to actually, feel a good replacement to the Kremlings? So that's what we'll
I
have to
was
see.
gonna say, a part of me does wish we could have gotten the Kremlings back as antagonists, but maybe we might get the Kremlings back in this game as Easter eggs or something hinting at a future villain in the game. Kind of like how they snuck Fawful into partners in time, basically.
Who knows?
So
We'll have to see. Again, we don't really have plans on recording the game anytime soon anyway, so enjoy the game when it comes out and see you for the next Nintendo Direct.
So about 5 years for this game, maybe.
Yeah.
See ya.